Hi, myRockworld fans. We have a special interview, exclusive interview with Oli Brown, great blues guitar player and singer, who just has released his new live album, Songs from the Road. And he's doing the whole European tour with Joe Satriani, and now he's in Munich, so welcome, Oli Brown.
Thanks, man.
Our first question, your first live album, Songs from the Road, has just been released. Please tell us something about that album and when and where it's been recorded and the little secrets about that.
Well, the live CD is a few different shows. We wanted to have two different things to offer. So for the CD, it's a compilation of different live shows on the tour we played, and the DVD is from my hometown in Norfolk. It's a show at the waterfront.
So it's a whole show from your hometown?
That's for the DVD, yes. But I wanted to offer two different things. Like I want something that you can see on the DVD, but then on the CD it's a whole different package, and it's the same songs, but are different interpretations of them, and it's
this is cool.
Yeah, it was a conscious decision. We didn't want to have a DVD and then the CD just a copy of the audio. We wanted to kind of offer some different stuff going on, and just so if I made a mistake on that one, maybe you can hear another mistake somewhere else instead.
Okay. So there were no overdubs, it was just...
The only overdub we had to do was there was a bass problem it was coming out, so we had to overdub the bass, but the guitars are as they are, the vocals as well. We wanted to try and keep it as honest as we could, just, there's nothing, we don't add another instrument on it in the background when no one's playing or anything, and so it just made it a bit more genuine to what we do, because, we're a trio, there's only so many overdubs you can do before you start sounding like a, a five-piece band or something like that, and I want to kind of come out as we are. I don't want to, hide behind anything.
Cool. So, folks, buy the new CD. It's great. It's a great show, and it's called Songs from the Road.
Yes.
Next question. You're currently on tour, as we said before, with one of the greatest guitarists, Joe Satriani. How come this that you have a tour with Joe, and how do you feel about touring with him?
Well, my agency, my American agency, are involved with Joe's, so they put forward the idea of putting me on the support for the European leg. And that's when they were all up for it. They were all up for the idea of let's give the few dates a go, and we actually got a lot more than I expected. We did Italy, Belgium, Holland. We're doing all the German dates as well, and we have so many shows.
Cool.
And it's a complete honor, really, because he's such an amazing guy. Like, he's been really helpful to us and a really sweet person backstage, which is so nice. A real humble character. The whole crew, all the band, are so good to us, which is
not normal.
He's known as a guitar teacher, instructor for legendary guitar players as Steve Vai or Andy Timmons. Is there something you could teach him or playing guitar?
No, definitely not, man. Like, it's fascinating watching him. Like, it's great seeing the shows and then hearing all he's doing and watching what he's doing, and the way he holds the audience is just fantastic. Like, he really makes the show and brings the audience into the atmosphere, which I think is so important. Sometimes people can be more removed and it's their show and people watching from afar, but Joe is the complete opposite. He makes everyone, it's like you're in just a massive living room and it's all this chilled out atmosphere.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Because I thought you're not just a support act, because lots of fans on myRockworld, they come today because of Oli Brown, because they know you as a very good blues guitarist and singer. So we had a lot of requests for that, and I think this is a cool role, which now you're the special guest of Joe Satriani, but lots of fans come because of Oli Brown. So the next question, because of that, what can we expect from the show tonight? Will you do some cover songs too, like you have on your CDs? Will you probably join Joe on stage for a jam?
Well, won't be any jamming, like none of that, but I'm too busy watching him anyway. But no, you know what, the sound's changed. Like, we've got a new bass player, James Hartley, who's doing it, and we're trying to bring back more of a 70s rock and roll vibe to the sound and a bit more psychedelic, which is kind of more fun. It's fun to play these big rooms and play some of the songs that are written for a bigger venue, and it's fun rocking out to them. Like, there's a cool vibe to be around, and it's been fun playing these songs, and some of them are more extended, and some of them we keep on trying different things and throwing new ideas in between the songs. And we've got one cover from one of my other heroes, a guy called Anders Osborne, and I've seen him live and he's just unbelievable. Proper, like, talented songwriter and guitarist, and has a real cool, dirty sound. Like,
And what's the song which you do the cover?
The song's called "Love Has Taken Its Toll."
And we will hear it tonight.
Absolutely, we're opening up with it.
This is a good title for a song anyway.
I know. Honestly, the lyrics are so awesome. Like, how you can put pony. Like, is the first lyrics like, "Got a brand new saddle, leather and high gloss brown. Now all you need is a pony." Like, how do you get pony in a lyric and make it credible? And he does. That's so awesome.
Cool. What do you think about music and what's going on in the world in general, in your opinion?
Well, I don't know. Like, music's a hard one. So it's such a huge, huge question. There's so many different things. I try not to get too involved in the politics of the music that I'm not involved in, because it doesn't make a difference to me in the end anyway. I mean, obviously there's things like illegal downloading that change the way CDs are sold, but I don't know, I kind of embrace it because I'd rather someone at least gets my album, because if they're going to download it illegally, that means they probably weren't going to buy it in the first place, but it means that I get to new ears. I'm not like saying, hey everyone, download my album for free, because I'm the only one that really suffers from it if you don't. But I like the idea that someone listens to it, they get it, and then they want to come to a show and see something. So it's a whole different market now, and especially with interacting with people, like do the Facebook, and because I run the Facebook page, I run the Twitter, I do the YouTube. It's really nice being...
Do it for yourself.
Yeah, it's nice to be involved with people, and then especially when they mail you saying, hey, I'm going to come to this gig, and then you get to talk because you've already had a family.
It's like in the past, in the 60s and 70s, it was all the same role, because there was no social networks.
Yeah.
You just get involved and you met the people. It was not distance, and I think this is the same way you do it today with modern technique.
Yeah.
But that's the same way of thinking coming together,
Yeah, it's so important, and it's so nice as well. Like, it's really nice to the comments you get, and people wanting to make the time to message you and say nice things, or want to give advice about certain things. It's really cool.
We saw it on your Facebook site, because you just post the little things, which is the little things of life, like to sit in a restaurant or make a tattoo or something. So anyone, people, you should watch the new tattoo of Oli Brown. It's really cool. It's brand new.
Dude, it was a very weird experience. The guy mailed me. I got to give him a shout out.
This one.
So I got to give a shout out. Lucky Tattoo. The guy came to a gig a few days before I got a tattoo, and he said, "Oh, next time you're around the Kempen area, I'll make sure we'll sort a tattoo out. We'll just do it backstage or something." And then he mailed me again, and he said, "I can come here. We'll sort it backstage." And we had this cramped, sweaty backstage. And I always love skulls. Like, I always have. I've kind of had a fascination with them when I was growing up. So that's kind of why I wanted it, not for any gothic, dark reasons. I just like them, and he does such a good skull. And I was like, well, you know what? Why not? Like,
I think it's the biggest skull I ever seen.
Okay.
So, last question. Before the bus is running all over us, the tour bus, do we have any tips for young guitarists or young musicians that just want to pick up a guitar and want to be a rock star? What is your tip for them? What should they do?
You know what? I think listen to a lot of players. Don't find one guitarist that you're into, because then you just learn from one person, and you don't get a good interpretation of what you can create within yourself, because you're too busy thinking what this other person can do. So really explore outlets of different creativities and listen to other instruments and hear their ideas. Trust your ears a lot. Like, I can't read music. I'd never learned any theory, and that's you know what? Do that as well. Like, I wish I did, because I'd be able to explain. Like, I can't do an instructional DVD, because I'll just go, well, it's this on here. But I think it's really important just to keep going and really focus hard on just doing it because you love it. I think when things feel like they're becoming rudimentary, then for me, I never really got the same pleasure out of doing rudimentary things. Like, I wanted to be enthusiastic, so like, when someone asked me, do I practice? No, I just play, and maybe I try out things, but I never really sit myself down. I'm like, all right, Ollie, 2 hours today, you got to do it, because that's not why I'm doing it. I love it, and I don't want to ever kind of interact with that feeling that I have for it.
But I think this is what the fans feel, because all what you do is, it is passion. So I feel it, because I know a lot of, if you're in my age, then you have listened to all of the great blues artists and blues CDs. Yeah. But you have that kind of passion and this kind of authentic feeling. It comes from the stage to the fans. I think this is a good sharing of positive vibes and that kind of passion.
Well,
you know.
thanks, man. It's important, you know. We're very lucky to be doing like a tour like this and be on it, and we're certainly no place to take it for granted, and we just want to have fun doing it. And it's fun, you know. My calling is being on stage, and that's where I feel most at home. So
I think this is the best last word we ever had. So thanks, Oli Brown.
real pleasure, mate. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank